are Shimmy Shakti from Twin Falls, Idaho. I started in Colorado. I was working there seasonally, and there was a lady in a shop that was teaching some random belly dance class, and I got started there, moved back to Twin, and she was dancing, and we started dancing in a troupe together.
I was actually working at a coffee shop at the time, and a lady came in and was just talking about a belly dance performance she had just done, and all I needed to hear was the word belly dance, and asked her when I could start. We would like to be able to strike the first 3 years off the record. You know, I mean, they were fun and stuff. We don't really feel like we started to take off until we met Samira, the director of Chirofusion, and Umata, and that's when we really kind of feel like our belly dance life began.
What was cool about Umata especially was that they kind of broke us out of what we thought belly dance could be, and so they were the seed so that we could start to do our own thing that was different, it didn't have to be traditional or what we had learned. So it's different now because now we're really trying to think about what we can do that's different than what we did last time, what everybody else is doing, and really try to break out of conventionality, pushing ourselves to do creatively just something else, you know, and not just the same thing that you'll see all the time.
I think at that time in our life we were already feeling, as just beginning belly dancers, really constricted by the so-called rules that other dancers in our belly dance community were saying, like, it's just, you know, like, you can't do that, or there were just so many no's, you know. Well, you can't dance to that music, that's too risky, or, you know, that costume's not going to work, or, you know, this is hip-hop and that can't happen. Umata, I think, to me, represents freedom, because that's what they did. They came and broke all of the so-called rules that shouldn't have been rules in the first place, and so I see it as a liberation.
Wait! Shimmy Shakti, come here for a second. Okay, first of all, Shimmy Shakti.
Well, it was funny because Christina was coming back from Blood Moon last year, and I get a phone call, and she's like, I scheduled us to get Umata tattoos. And we're like, oh, okay. You know, we'd been talking about it for a while. But then she came back from Blood Moon extra inspired, and we got their signs because of what they did for us, just by, you know, being who they are and how much they inspired us. It's like, if we hadn't seen them and hadn't met them and been exposed to them, we wouldn't be who we are as dancers today. So, and on top of them being just amazing people as well as dancers, so it was like they're kind of the symbol, like you said before, for freedom. It's like I wanted to put that on my body because I don't think that'll ever go away. Blood Moon, it's this kick-ass fucking show that all the belly dancers get to come in and play different parts and break all the rules, and has themes. They did Disease 101, which at first glance I didn't know how they were going to do it, but it was really, really creative and awesome. And you know, they had diseases anywhere from diseases you could catch to psychological.
Amy Sigil of Umata just sent us a little email on Tribe and asked us if we wanted to be in Blood Moon, and I kind of didn't believe it at first. I let it just sort of sink in, and then I called her to verify that this was like a real true thing, and then we didn't even let Amy know that we were going to do it until like a week later. We had to like simmer with it, and then it was scary because we're like, well, are we ready for this? And then we say, yes, you know, we'll do it, and she's like, you know, you guys got to bring it, right? And then we're like, okay, we're gonna bring it, you know, the best that we can. Yeah. It was a very deep dance for us, and what it represented to us, and what was really cool about it is that Blood Moon After Party's theme was the recovery room, and we felt like our dance already represented a spiritual recovery for ourselves, so we just brought it au naturel.
It was really fun, and the crowd was really fun too, and I felt really supported by the crowd just in general. So we had some awesome, amazing people that came to support us too. So
we did. We had so many people in the audience that were rooting for us, and just really super supportive. That made it made me feel incredibly incredibly safe up there,
Yeah.
and but still terrified at
Yeah.
the same time, but excited and wonderful. And
Yeah.
this year's blood moon was really deep, and this is just a wild theory of my own, but I think that Amy Sigil and Mata has gone through so much in the last year that it's really a reflection of the things that they're dealing with and that they're wanting to explore. I think that whenever one of the things that they do is when they're faced with challenges or struggles, that they pull that into their art, and that it becomes part of their process. Is whatever's going on in their life, let's just fold it right in with our art and let it be what it's going to be. So it was in a way very vulnerable and very very deep. And for me, and I don't know if you thought about this at all, but I feel like in a way our past experience in the year has kind of mirrored some of the experiences that Mata's had. So I mean, we could look at a funeral in all sorts of ways, and I really think that our old life, our old way we were dancing before this dance, in a lot of ways, I think we had to go through a grieving process and had to have our own internal funeral before we could move on to the next creative thing. And really, and once we did, that's where we found, I think, our voice.